Booyah, people, this is Jeff Yalden, your teen life coach. I have a very serious email in front of me that I need to address with you about a young lady at the crossroads of a major decision in her life. To make a long story short, just after I was at her school, she says, Jeff, you gave an amazing presentation. Thank you. I remember your school. It is probably one of the very best schools I've ever been to. Also, congratulations on that very day winning a championship lacrosse game, the first ever in the school's history. I'm 17 years old. My parents have been divorced since I was 6. 5 years old, my stepfather moved the family from Texas to Pennsylvania. As I got older, my stepfather and I have never gotten along, and your stepfather wants you to call him dad, and you feel very strongly against it. You have a dad, you see him 2-3 times a year, but there's distance between you, and he just came up for your 16th birthday party. I think that is awesome. You have a dad that you're very close to, your biological father, and you have a stepfather who I'm sure loves you very much. In November 2006, your mother and you moved out of your stepfather's house, leaving 2 younger half-sisters and a stepfather in the house, and you rented a house a few miles away. Since then, my mom made me feel like it was my fault that we had to move out and she could not be with my sisters, when in reality, no one was getting along at all. She would fight with my stepdad, I would fight with him. It led to many problems in the house. I hate when teenagers are going through this. I know this all too well. Over a year later, we moved back into my stepfather's house. I am not happy. I do not like it at all. I fight with him and my mom constantly. He tries to tell my mom how I should be raised. He takes control over me and has brought me up all wrong. They fight more now than ever before. I've been talking to my dad, my biological father, my biological older brothers for some time now, and I think I've come to a conclusion of moving back to my dad's house in Texas. But Jeff, I have some major concerns. I need your advice. A new school at the beginning of my senior year. Jeff, this terrifies me. We won our first state championship girls lacrosse. I'm terrified. I love my mom. I do not want to hurt her at all. But I'm truly unhappy, and I feel that all of our problems my parents are having revolve around me. I need your opinion. I apologize about that. The phone does ring, and business is business. Jeff, my younger sisters do not need to grow up in a home like I have. I just don't know what to do. I want to stay here, but I want to leave. I haven't lived with my dad in 11 years, and I think he deserves a chance to have some time with his only daughter. I need your suggestion. My first suggestion is very simply this. You haven't lived with your dad in 11 years. You think your dad needs time with his only daughter. Young lady, this is not about your dad. This is not about your stepdad. This is not about your mother. This is a situation that involves you. It is about you, and it's about the decision that you are going to make. This is your senior year. I understand your dad should have at least 1 year with his only daughter, but this is more important to understand. This is your year. This is your time. This is your life. So what are you going to do? First of all, I want you to understand mom and your stepdad, they're having their own issues. Don't ever feel that the issues that your parents are having are because of you or any of your siblings. We are adults. We have issues. We're involved in relationships just like you're involved in relationships. We have issues. You have issues. Your mom and stepdad are mature enough to handle the situation themselves and to keep the kids out of it. My other thought is simply this. I love your school. You're getting an awesome education from a quality educational institute with awesome administration and great teachers. I love your school, and I don't think your school can be duplicated. Another thought I have. This is your senior year. You just participated on a team with other like-minded ladies that just won a state championship in lacrosse. How exciting is that? You guys won. You won the whole thing. You want to try and do it again next year. Don't take that experience lightly. You've been through so much with these girls. You've been through so much with the coach. What an awesome experience. This is your senior year. This is about you. This is about the memories that you're going to create. Don't give it up because you're fighting with mom and your stepdad. You want to be closer with your dad, your biological brothers. I understand this. I'm speaking. When I was a junior in high school, I moved from Long Island, New York, up to New Hampshire, and I completed my education junior, senior year at an all-boy Catholic school. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. I left friends behind. I had to create new friends, but I was the kid from New York. It was hard to be accepted on the basketball team, the football team, the baseball team. I left a girlfriend behind, had to form new friends. I ended up hospitalized for depression, the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I know that you're fighting with your mom and your stepdad. All teenagers do. What I suggest for you, and this is my opinion, your senior year, I think you should stay in Pennsylvania. I think you should make a plan to go visit your dad in Texas at least 3 times. I think you should get involved in everything your school has to offer. Spend a lot of time with your friends. But this is your senior year. This is the greatest year of your life. You have 1 year left. And then you're able to make your own decisions. You're able to go to college where you want to go to college. Maybe you can go to college down in Texas. What a great thought. You're in the middle right now of making probably the most important decision of your life at 17 years old. This is your mother, and you think your dad needs time with you. Your mother also needs you. I also want you to think about your siblings, your 2 younger sisters. Wow, they look up to you. They need you too. Do you want to leave them in the situation that you've been in? Well, you have the opportunity this senior year to be a great role model, a great bigger sister. You have the opportunity to not just take them out to dinner, to talk, to be a great influence, to encourage, to support, to inspire, to motivate. But I also think at least 1 day a week, you and your mother need quality time. You need to talk to your mother. You need your mother to understand what you are going through. I need you to be patient and understand what your mom and your stepdad are going through. You are 17 years old. You are mature enough to understand that you have responsibilities and obligations. When you fulfill the responsibilities and obligations, your mom and stepdad will give you more rights and privileges. Spend as much time staying involved in school activities. Be a great bigger sister. Be unselfish with your time with them. My final words to you is simply this. This is your senior year of high school. Moving to Texas to be with your dad, who you haven't really lived with in 11 years. The unknown is there. Obviously, the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. But is it? No. You've got a comfort zone. You're at a great school. You won a championship in lacrosse. Don't leave it for what you don't know. This is Jeff Yalden, your teen life coach. You've got questions, I've got answers. It's my opinion. My opinion counts. You might not like it, but again, it's my opinion. Folks, I'm not always right, but I will tell you I'll always speak from my heart. Teenagers, it's tough being a teenager today, but I hope you always take time to think about the choices that you're about to make. If you ever have any questions, if I can ever be a part of your life, email me, jeff@jeffyalden.com. Peace out. Booyah to my homies.